And that is because our society does a very poor job of explaining what love is. Our notions of love are very unsophisticated and juvenile. And so therefore, when you hear a very deep explanation of what love is, a metaphysical explanation, well, you might balk at it because it's going to sound so different from what you thought. And of course, what you thought was based upon what you got from our culture. If you're at spiral dynamic stage orange, if you're a materialist, a scientifically minded person, a skeptic, a rationalist, an atheist, a cynic, then again, you might balk at some of the things I'm going to say here. Because fundamentally, spiral dynamic stage orange refuses to admit that the universe can have any human qualities. And of course, love from that paradigm seems like it's a human quality. It seems like a flaky, airy-fairy sort of thing, which has nothing to do with the truth, nothing to do with objective reality. These are just romantic, sentimental emotions. That's how it looks from that materialist paradigm. And that's what we're going to be challenging. That's what makes this topic here advanced. Because love is not that. Actually, love is more fundamental than mathematics and physics. But that can be difficult to stomach and accept if you're coming from the materialist paradigm. How is that possible? Leo, how is it possible that this human emotion can be more fundamental than mathematics and physics? Well, it's possible because the universe is actually a giant mind. It's not a mechanical system. It's not a box with atoms bouncing around in it. It's much more sophisticated and nuanced than that. What's going on here with life and reality is a much, 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 much more tricky thing than that. Life is a giant mind. It is organic. It's alive. It's intelligent. It's conscious. And it has the capacity to love. Now, how do you reconcile that with modern science and modern physics? It doesn't compute. So you have to kind of set that aside for now, set your objections and worries aside about that, and just go with this. Because what I'm talking about here is I'm not talking about some belief system or some ideology that you have to believe from me. What I'm talking about is stuff that you can become directly conscious of, stuff that I've become directly conscious in my life, which has had a huge impact in how I relate to people, how I think about the world, and most importantly, the quality of my life, how happy I can be. Because, of course, your happiness depends on your capacity to love. Love is not just another emotion. Love is not just some airy-fairy, touchy-feely, girly thing. Love is not sexual attraction and romance. Love is not needing other people to love you or getting love from other people as though you're getting approval or praise from them. That's not love. And really, love is not a human quality. Stop thinking of it that way. What love is love is a universal property. It's a property of the universe. It's fundamental. It's absolutely fundamental. It's metaphysical. In my episode where I talk about what is intelligence, I also frame intelligence this way. I say that intelligence is fundamental to the universe and that it's not just a human brain phenomena. Well, just like I said that intelligence is a facet of the absolute, love is also a facet of the absolute. And in Hinduism, they actually have this notion called Sat Chit Ananda, which is the three-part, sort of the trinity description of the absolute truth. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat is consciousness. Chit is, or actually Sat is truth. Chit is consciousness. And Ananda is love. Sat Chit Ananda. Truth, consciousness, love. It's really all one thing, the absolute, but it does have these facets. And this is what enlightenment is about, is become conscious of these facets. You can become conscious of these facets individually, and then you can also become conscious of these facets all collectively together at various degrees and levels of depth. So when a human being is experiencing love, whatever kind of love you've experienced for your family members, for your friends, for mankind, for your cat, for your dog, this is a little sliver of universal love. This giant mind, which is conscious, in this giant mind, which is the entire universe, is held every single human being, is held every single living creature, is held all of physical reality, what we think of as physical reality. This is all contained inside this mind. That's what this is. That's what's happening right here. Consciousness, right? Consciousness. Consciousness is the substance of all this stuff. But a facet of consciousness is love. Love is not an emotion that consciousness feels. That's really not the right way to think of it. As a human being who is conscious, of course, you can have these various kinds of emotions which are love-based, but there's a more metaphysical aspect to love, which is very difficult to describe. This requires a non-dual mystical experience to get a good, strong sense of it, and it's very powerful. It's life-transforming. We're going to be exploring and explaining love from many perspectives here. So again, we're going to be hitting it from different angles with different sorts of definitions so you get a big overall picture, a compound perspective. Truth is love, which is very counterintuitive because you would think like, well, why would the truth have anything to do with love? Wouldn't the truth be just like this sort of stale, dry, neutral thing, you would think, right? Because you would think like, Leo, the universe doesn't really care about us. Why would the universe care? I mean, why wouldn't the universe like be hateful versus loving, right? Why are you saying the universe is good? Why not bad? I mean, what's going on there? And this is a little difficult to understand because from the materialist perspective, it certainly seems like the truth would just be this neutral thing, this dry, neutral thing, which has no human qualities. But actually what you discover is that all of the qualities that you had as a human being, including consciousness, intelligence, and love, that these were not just accidental byproducts of some evolutionary process. These were actually qualities of the universe itself. You understand, right, that you are the universe? You're not just in the universe, you are the universe. Try to get that like right now. Feel this connection. You are the universe, not just a creature within the universe. That means whatever you're feeling, the universe is capable of feeling, literally. So when you feel sad, that means the universe is able to feel sad. When you feel happy, that means the universe can feel happy. When you feel love, that's the universe feeling love. When you're being intelligent, that's a capacity of the universe, is intelligence. How do we know that's true? Because you are the universe, by definition.